I found what I think is a pretty good deal nowadays. Hamburger meat, Sam's, for $3.78 a pound. This is 90% lean, 10% fat, and it looks good. Really looks nice. So I've got my trusty little scale out here. Got a paper plate on top, and it will tear out the paper plate. Okay. And I've been putting a pound in a package, and you're going to have to excuse me because I cannot find my tripod. I can't believe I've got 2 tripods and cannot find a stinking tripod. So I'm doing a pound. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. And although I'm kind of a perfectionist, so we're going to get close. And I'll make a little loaf. I'll show you that because I'm going to have to put the camera down. I'll show you that I'm just going to pack that, kind of squeeze it into a little loaf. And then I'll show you how to store it in the Foodsaver, how to vacuum it in the Foodsaver. So I just form it into a loaf like that. That's about a pound. I think it's a pound and 1 ounce, whatever. And then let me show you how to make a bag on the Foodsaver. Okay, I shifted around a little bit so I wouldn't be in my light. And this has a cutter bar. That's what this is. This is the cutter, the razor blade that will cut it. So you raise the cutter bar. Again, one-handed here. Not happy with myself for not having a tripod. Bring the bag out to the sealing bar. That's the sealing strip right there. This is the vacuum chamber. So we want to have the end of the bag. We want to seal the end of the bag. The bag is open right now. So we want to seal that end. Close it. Lock it down. Seal. When the red light goes off, it's sealed. But I'll show you something else I do. Okay. I want to make sure that I've got a good seal. You can see, should be able to see that seal right there. But I want to make sure I get an extra good seal. So I usually, when I seal it once, I'll bring it out past that seal about a 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, lock it down again, and seal it again. I'm just putting a double seal on each end. I think that's just a good insurance. Doesn't cost you any more to do that. Maybe a penny a year. Okay, open it up. Now I can bring this out. I've got 2 seals. I think you can see that. See? 2 seals. And I'll bring this for a pound of hamburger. I'll bring it out about 4 inches past the edge of this. It's going to cut it off about 2 inches further than that, but you're going to seal it up here. So that seems to be working out so far for me. About maybe 5, excuse me, maybe 5 inches past that. If I can cut it with one hand, I will. Okay, just run that cutter on there, and it's cut. I have just made a bag. Hopefully you'll make one someday. It's sealed on one end, top end is open, ready for the hamburger meat. Hamburger meat is in the bag. What I will be doing, and there's no way I can show you this without a tripod, I will be putting the edge of that bag, the open end of that bag, down into the vacuum chamber, vacuum channel right there. It'll go inside that, and then when I clamp it down, it will seal it right here, about 1 inch back from the chamber. That's why you got to make your bag a little bit longer than what you think. In here to vacuum it, it's closed at that point, of course, and then you seal it right here. So let me show you best I can do with one hand. I'm not going to be able to do this. Okay, we're in the channel. We've got it locked down. Our lights are on. That means it's locked down. And we've got 2 speeds on it, normal and high. We don't need to rush this thing. So we've got a dry and a moist food. I'm going to put it on moist because hamburger meat is not dry. This is the button I may not have showed you that you seal the end of the bag. You don't want it to vacuum, you just want it to seal. When you're sealing up the bottom side of the bag, this button does the canisters. I've showed you how to do that with the mason jars. I'm going to show you some more in a few days. Canister, and this vacuums and seals. I don't know whether you can read that or not. It vacuums and seals, so that's what we want to do. I'm going to push that button and watch it vacuum. You can hear it. And then the seal light comes on. Seal light goes off. We're good. Now, here's something else I do. Open it up. You can hear the vacuum release. Now I'm going to pull it out just about 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch. Lock it back down, and I'm going to seal it again. So I'm putting a seal on the top, a double seal on the top, just like I did on the bottom. Okay, done. Open it up. There's a pound of hamburger meat, vacuum sealed. I'll write on there, Hamburger, HB, 1114, and we're done. I bought about 25 pounds of hamburger from them, and man, it looks good, looks nice. Have a lot of this done. I'm making me some patties tonight with some hamburgers. Or make some hamburgers tonight with some patties. And but anyway, just wanted to show you that sealing meal. And if you've never seen it work, I've talked about it before. But if you've I've never done the bags. So pull the bag out, position it to where about a 1/2 an inch from the end. You're going to make that seal. Close it, seal it. Light comes off, and you have a seal. That bag that was just a tube has now become a bag, and there's your seal. I'm going to put a double seal on it just like I did the other one, and seal shoot about 20 more pounds of hamburger beans. So got my work cut out for me. I just wanted to show it to you. They're about 80 bucks. I'll put a link below the video. I'll put a link to some bags below the video. And in fact, I'll put a link, if I can find some cheaper bags that aren't Foodsaver bags. They are cheaper. I don't know how well they work because I usually buy Foodsaver, but there are some cheaper bags out there, and you can read the reviews on them and see if it's something that you want to buy, and try the cheaper bags. Some generic bags, knockoffs. If you want to try that, then I will put a link to some good Foodsaver bags. These are gallon bags or 11-inch bags. And you can make them as long as you want. If you got some big old steak or big old whatever, you can pull that thing out as long as you want to, and make you a big bag. Probably seal. I've heard of people sealing ammo in here, sealing whatever, your guns and silver, gold, dollars, whatever. You can do it in here. So I'm gonna make some more bags, and then I'm gonna seal the rest of the meat. Thought you might want to see it. Well, they're pretty doggone cool. Foodsaver. But I believe I've told you all I know about that. I like the Foodsaver. Does a real good job, and that meat will be good for a long time. So we're gone.